Jamie, Daisy, Dave, Mick, Mr. Coppin, how you doing? Mick, can you see the cog thing? If you can, do it for 1 minute. Oh, Dave, that sounds amazing. I bet it's beautiful. If you can see it, can you stick it on 1 minute? How's your sack, Steve? Dan, how are you doing? Good afternoon. I hear lots of sirens. Never a good thing. Shandy, how are you doing, chick? Oh, thank you. Shandy Buttons look so cute. Little pumpkin. Well, cute. If you haven't seen it, go and look on Shandy's community posts and have a look at Buttons. Reza, how you doing? Matty, good afternoon. Vicky, how you doing, chick? I was a bit jealous of that curry you had and all. I've just got some chicken out of the freezer to make one. Try not to get run over. Don't even know what that was. How's things, Vicky? I don't know if I can do that from here, you know. I bet. What was yours? I went a bit far last time, and maybe on naan breads. Well, Peshawari naans. Yummy. What a week I've had. Oh, this year's a nightmare. Absolutely a nightmare. Car broke down in the middle of a road on last Thursday. Couldn't start it. Couldn't get it into gear. It was an automatic. Everything just shut down. Flashing up loads of faults. By some miracle, I managed to get the dash on to get it in neutral to freewheel it down the road that I was blocking. But I had steering heavy as a tank. Almost managed to not block a road. Courtney, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Francois, how are you? Oh, who was saying Vicky? Who said Vicky up above? Vicky. Oh, I could do this myself. Hang on. There we go. There we are. There's a fault, a glitch with Apple products, and you can't see your live or all chat button, or if you've got a managing wrench, you can't see the cog. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Ooh, heck. Which is always fun. How's things, Francois? So yeah, car totally died. Major panic attack. Didn't know what I was going to do. And I ended up, a friend of a friend came and recovered it for us and dropped it at garage. Can't afford to repair it. It's yeah, it was flashing all different faults, and once garage thought, well, yeah, thought it was the battery, and the battery making it go loopy and throwing all these faults up. But one fault that flashed up when it got on the computer was crankshaft, and that terrified the life out of me. I don't know what else is going to flash up, but horrendous, absolutely horrendous. That's why I wasn't live on Friday. Managed to get hold of another car from a friend of a friend on the Never Never. Oh crap. So yeah, lots of fun. Hold you down and scoot past you. So yes. Right, can anyone else see Vicky? Because I thought someone said hi to Vicky and I can't see her. I'm looking. Vicky, are you there? No. Honest to God, I know I taught you the whole crack with it, but that was terrifying when it stopped. It was totally blocking the road and I couldn't move it. Like, pretty much on the verge of a massive panic attack, thinking, what am I going to do? She's there, I see her. She's playing hide and seek. Tango, Rip it, how are you doing? Rip it's lush. How's things to Rip it? Thank you for coming in. Land Rover. It said the crank sensor, but when it first started, it just totally cooked dead on me. It was like, it's an automatic. It flashed up suboptimal engine performance. I was like, what? But I managed to get it started again. So I was like, right, okay. Checked oil was fine, because that was giving us the heebie-jeebies. And tried to limp it home, and it just totally and utterly stopped about 2 minutes after driving off. So it flashed up suboptimal engine performance, then it flashed up transmission fault, then it flashed HDC. HDC is to do with the battery. Whatever's in the car that's using the battery, that's HDC. But when it's been put on the computer, it's also showing crankshaft sensor. So yes. Terry, how you doing? Sheeple. So I've got, well, we'll see how it goes, but yeah, not fun whatsoever. I know, Jamie, but it's actually getting the new battery, if you catch my drift. I nearly had a heart attack when I seen how much the batteries were. Oh, hello. Did I give you a fright? Ooh, you've been tramp stamped. Where is he? Where's the ram with the strap on with the red? Ha! Coming through the undergrowth. A cock. A big cock pheasant. So yes, lots of fun. Oh, Jamie, but I'll send you pictures of what I'll send you some pictures, Jamie, of some. Yes, and then yesterday was a full day at hospital. Not my back, something else. And I got the fright of my life because I've been put on a pathway that gets you seen within 2 weeks by the GP. So I had some tests yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, and they're referring me for a CT scan of my... Come back. Right, if that jumps at me, I'm going to have a heart attack. Look at it teasing us up there. Hello, little one. It's going to run across the top. Smart ass. Jumping across the top. Never. Catherine, how you doing? So yeah, that was a bit of a curveball and a half. So yeah, I've got a CT. She said it'll be within 2 weeks. I can hardly wait. Where's that squirrel got? Right, oh sugar, I'm under the tree that it was in. All hail the tree of girth for Mick. 2 weeks and I get the CT scan. And we see what the results are and what happens with that. Should be fun. Lots of fun right now. Mick. Could you imagine if I'd rocked up in there and they locked us up? How's things, Catherine? We need to catch up. Ew, heck, it's a bit murky. That's only just round the corner. All hail the tree of girth. Steve. You still have nerves in your nostrils. I read that wrong, Catherine. I thought you'd said I still have my nipples and nostrils. They're being removed tomorrow. Beth, I love you. I'm being super careful, Beth, I promise. I had to read that twice. I thought, why is she getting her nipples cut off? Steve, yes, it would have. Oh. Oh, hang on, I'm crying. I haven't heard any shooting. Right, so Beth, we are strictly on a path and it's not bad. Promise, missus. I'm not going anywhere dodgy. Nice and flat and gentle. Beth's a legend. She sits on my shoulder and tells me off without having to say a word. Adrian, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Akash, how you doing? Hang on, you haven't got a brush. Akash, hang on, I'll give you a wrench. How you doing? We're just talking about Catherine's nipples. Yeti, how are you doing, Yeti? Thank you for coming in. Ooh, you fixed your chain on me. There, behave. Signal. I smell fox. Where art thou? Where art thou, Mr. Fox? What is that? Strange sounds. Let's go have a look. Hopefully the pheasant shoot's not on. Is there any gamekeepers or beaters up there? No, I can't see any. Can I? It'd be fun on the edge of Pheasant Hut, wouldn't it? Land Rover, what you been up to? So there's definitely something in there. Trying to work out if it's the badgers or not. I shall have to have a proper look. It won't be rabbits. Oh, something's had a pigeon. Could be the, well, it could be the sparrowhawks or carrions or buzzards. Aye, aye. The archer's gone. Yeah, well, the shoot. Well, I should actually, shouldn't I? The shoot is from like that fence, that way ish, all the way along. They've been. I wonder if they're further along, cutting trees back. I can hear funny clanky sounds. I don't know how they've got machinery down here. Strange. Can't work out the sound. Land Rover. You know what? I don't know how older daughter and a boyfriend sleep in that room. I haven't told them that the camera is on when they're away, because a boyfriend will absolutely brick it. There is no way on this earth he would ever stay in that bedroom again, and she would absolutely fall out with me. So, yeah, they don't know. But the sounds that come out of her bedroom, it was like the light switch, like the pull cord was getting knocked off the wall. Loads of bang, that mist on the bed and the pillow moving. It's like, yeah. Yeah. Right, partridge. There's partridge. Partridge can be a bit of a frighter. Yeah, they were away overnight. I thought, right, I haven't done it for ages. I'll lock off a camera in that room. And the sounds were unbelievable. Near enough constant. I mean, I was up in bed, Land Rover upstairs, and I was like, oh my God. She does, Mick. She was She was in a bathroom a few years back now, and she thought someone had walked into the bedroom. So she shouted hello, and a voice answered back, only me. Like in the bathroom with her. So that freaked her out a tad. Then there was the girl all dressed in denim that I saw about 2 weeks before. And I'd gone up into her bedroom to get her up. She was like, Mum, I think I dreamt the strangest thing. I was like, what? There's a girl stuck her head around the side of the door, and she said, finally you see me. So I stopped her and I started describing this girl, and her face dropped a foot. And just to prove it to her, where she was kind of leaning through and peering round the door, there's no possible way anyone could be stood there, because there was a set of drawers there. It would be impossible for someone to be stood right behind the door. Smut. As if. We don't do smut much. Yeah, Shadow Dude. I want to know who he is. There's no harm to him. He's just nosy. And he annoys her doing the light. But since her boyfriend that came to ours is around her a lot less. Like, I saw him in a doorway about 3-4 months ago. And you see the odd shadow of him here and there moving. Oh, cock. Oh, the cock pheasant. But she doesn't, is not switching on a light and opening the door as much. Howie, how's things? I bet you're all ready for autumn. Is that a shelter? Or is that guns? It's a shelter. There's pheasants sat on top of it. Gary, how's your chocolate button? Here we have someone with a tiny dog. Is it tiny? Or is it? It's bigger. It just looks tiny for how far away it is. Dear, where art thou? So those 2 deer that we saw, they'll have been this year's fawns, born in May, but one's a buck. He had dangly bits where a doe wouldn't. So yeah, young doe and a buck, this year's fawns. Phew, I thought it was the neighbour, it's not. I thought, what my neighbour's thinking, I'm mad. Just told you the sun is. All right. Hello. Hello, baby. There you go. Sparky, how are you doing, you legend, you? How's things, mister? So if they've been cutting those trees back, they need to cut the one back up here that's going to go ping and cave someone's head in. After the shoot cones, you see there, something flew up the line of that hill. There's a wood behind there, and that is the game crop. They'll either put a line of beaters through the game crop or the wood at the back. Nick, how you doing? BH, how are you doing? BH, I was in alive. Was it yours? Was it last week? I come in, but I was in bed. And before I could say hello, I was out for the count. So I was there in spirit. How's things, BH? They're raising they're doing a bigger sugar tax. I need to stay off X. Because, yeah, I need to stay off X really. So, the fools that we have in number 10 just make us annoyed. I actually tweeted Donald Trump and apologised for the crap he's got to deal with from out of number 10. But please know that the majority of the British public didn't want them, so feel free to make them squirm at every given opportunity. So yeah, I need to stay off. Arise, my favourite online chicken, I'll floof your feathers. Ooh, nice hoeing. Hang on, what you tell him. If you don't know BH, go over. Very talented guy. Lovely guy. So yeah, that's what I did. So I really need to stay off because they just annoy me a lot. Yeah, they brought in a tax on like sugary drinks, whatnot, a few years back. So they've actually put actually putting sugar tax up. Nick, you're gonna have to get a time lock safe to save your chocolate stash. Safe journey, Arise. We need a chicken in one piece. No one's getting your chicken drumsticks. I heard a gate go. Not a gate go, a gate go. Ooh, heck. Grounds of town. I can't see the path, it's just leaves. So I'm kind of guessing where my feet go. No, it's the sugar version, the full fat versions we'll call them. So there are other fizzy drinks available, but they taxed Coke, but didn't tax Diet or Zero. Did they do it, or were they going to do it with fatty foods as well? He's stitched up again. But as I said, there are other soft drinks available. There you go, Jerry. There you go, Mick. Yep, nanny state. But we're stuck with dumber, and probably a few more dummers for a few years. So we'll see how they manage to try and destroy our country in the meantime. Ooh, I just seen another squirrel, I think. Oh, I'm tripping. What was it? A woodpecker, something white and black on up that tree. Yes, Kirsty, who is it? We shall choose Catherine. Catherine, you are queen of filth. For 24 hours, wear your crown with pride. All filth on YouTube is your fault. Yay, Catherine. TG, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you've not had the crown before, and Kirsty, you haven't had it yet. You'll get it this week at some point. Yes, embrace it. Release the queen of filth. You know you want to. No, so they have been cutting back branches, but they haven't done the big one that's going to cave someone's head in. Isn't that clever? Mr. Whistle, how you doing? Yes, release the inner queen of filth for the crack. If you don't know Catherine, you need to. Amazing, amazing lady. Adore her. See, right, why haven't they done that? It looks like an arch. No, it's completely split at the top. It's rotten. And it's going to cave someone's head in. I mean, that head touches the ground, but it's not going to stop that going ping off your cranium. And let's face it, there's a good chance it'll maybe be me. Rosie, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. How's things, Rosie? Oh, Rosie, I'll give you a wrench. You need to read adult books. You still need to do. You need to narrate books. You've got the perfect voice for it. Yes, Catherine's filthy. Filthy Catherine. I know Howie rocks. Cheap seats, how are you doing? Nice one, cheap seats, thank you. Yes, give that crown a little wobble on your nut. And take to the throne. Never a bad girl. Oh, well, hang on, why has Nick got her halos out? What's with the halos, missus? Ooh, Rosie, that sounds lovely. River sounds quite low. Talca, my friend, how are you? How's life over in Chile? Oh, apparently, you know, when you're just reading and just reading for reading's sake, apparently white truffles, there is a shortage of white truffles. I see a nuthatch. So It's on the side of that tree. So we're going to go and have a look. Not that one. It just flew off there. Now, nuthatches, they gather food and they hide it in crevices in trees, walls, any nook and cranny they can find. And it's the quarry I can hear. Sounds really travelling today. For 30 days, they remember where that food is that they've left. And then the memory dies off and they start stacking elsewhere. I see strange things. It's just a leaf. Right, we'll have a look at this tree. Very clever birds. But yeah, after 30 days, the memory starts to fade of where they've stashed their food for winter. And they start somewhere else. We'll have a look. Aha! Is that what I think it is? So it's just been in there. And it looks like there's a beech nut inside. I don't know if you can see it. Very cool. That's what they do. Just have a look on the other side. It's very clever, they do it. So when food's scarce in the winter, they've always got a food source they can rely on. My nuthatches in the garden, I've had sunflower seeds growing out of a hanging basket that's about 6-7 foot off the ground. And that is down to them. Nick, thank you very much. Yeah, double tap the screen for us. Helps us out a lot. I thought that was it back. Ooh, nice Yeti. Yeti's a very talented dude. Jack of all trades. No, there's no snares. There are no snares in here. Yeah, clever bird. So I knew it was a nuthatch. There's no way that those sunflowers could have got into that hanging basket. But it had buried them in the soil or peat compost in the hanging basket. It's getting a bit spooky. It's getting foggy. Oh, is that bird there? Yes, follow the birds. I think they're blackcaps. Harry, I leave fallen apples on the ground purely for the wild birds. I feed them all year round. Pheasants are kicking off. Feed them all year round, but I leave the fallen apples and it feeds the wild birds. I have some kind of rarer birds come in the winter purely for those apples. Field fares, they're called. They look a bit like a thrush, so I don't know what you've got in comparison. Yes, well, greys are invasive in the UK. Our squirrels are red, but we have the US grey squirrels here, and they're decimating the population of the reds. They're encroaching on them locally. But I try and help my wild birds out as much as I can. And it gives them food for a few months when it's really cold and it's icy and it's snowy. There's like a carpet of birds picking away at apples on the ground. Ooh, what's Steve got? Yeah, there's red ones in the wood that way further on, but we're past pigeons. We're past a grey. that way before we came on a black path there. Robins. I love robins. I've got a robin in the garden. It's one of the chicks from this year, and it's got some interesting feather pattern. Instead of like a red chest and like a grey, browny blue the rest of its body, it's actually got a line of white feathers around the side of its face and all the way around its chest, its red chest plate. And in the centre of its chest, it's got some white ones. So because I've got a mealworm farm for the chickens, they're really inquisitive birds anyway. So it was coming close, but yes, I'm making friends with this robin. I can get it about a foot away from me, but it'll get closer. My plan is to get it to come feed at my hand, which should be able to do. Hello, Michigan Adventures. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Where's Casters? Hello, ladies. Hello. No, we not this close. There's otters. There'll be mink. See over in the up in Northumberland, a lot of mink. There was that farm that saboteurs let them out, didn't it? And they took over the countryside, as they do. My brother's got beavers up in Scotland, destroying riverside woods to make dams, which is fun. Well, obviously from my family background, we always had ferrets, and we had a polecat who was just too big to go down any holes. And I called him Podge, and his head would be around next to one ear on my shoulder, and his back end, his tail would be running down off my other shoulder. He was enormous. Thank you, Harry. Still looking for deer, but they're playing with the dog. So we'll see. Scott, how are you doing? Good evening. How is a star? If you don't know him, you need to get to know him. Like, yeah, he's a very knowledgeable guy. No, they're sheep. Bog standard UK sheep. They're lambs from this year. This wasn't always a farm shed. It used to be a barn where there was dry out the peat that comes from this marsh that we're just walking through. It's all these damn ladies training a dog in the garden. Steve, wait until you see the wall around the corner. There we go. Daisy, how you doing, chick? Good evening. Get me out of here. I think I'd have a heart attack. I think this farm's mainly sheep. But if I was coming down and they were moving cattle, nowhere for me to hide. Froggy throat. Let's get a drink. Really misty coming in. Steve, you should see Mick's wall down here. More robins. Yeah, it is. It was a bit of a frost last night and everything was very dewy white. I wonder if that dog's chased them up this way. Soon find out. Jamie, I'm buzzing. If I get snow, you know I'm going to be out playing. I'm more excited about snow and more childlike about snow than the kids. I get mega excited. I go on snow watch as soon as I know that snow is forecast. That's me. I'm checking the sky out, checking weather radar and other maps in the hope that I'll get some of the good white stuff. I'm Cumbria. Hello, Mr. Pheasant. There's a few pheasants sat on the wall. So there is one in the middle. And there's another pheasant sat there. And there's a few in the field. Any squirrels in there? I think the beech nuts and there's a bit acorn. I think there's going to be oaks in there as well. Yeah, I can see an oak. Ooh, that'd be interesting, Catherine. Hang on, what's Mick saying? Dime carrot chocolates. You know, dime bars, you have to gently bite the chocolate off the nibble, the almondy toffee type bit in the middle. It is a bit of a feast, but if you manage it, oh, yummy. Really? Is that all? That'd be fun. I've got a hedgehog comes in the garden, I know that. What else is there? And there's chickens knocking around with some rabbits at the minute, which I'm surprised Willow hasn't caught as yet. The deer have been in because they ate the tip out of one of my magnolias. Got some young magnolia trees. Oh, hello. What are you doing there? Did the teacher send you at the corner? Or is it a water trough? It's a water trough, that's why it's there. I prefer coffee. But if it's tea, it's what's the really good tea, the strong tea that we've got? Totally evaded my memory. Not Tetley, it's not Taifu. It's not. What's the really strong coffee? It's not. It's not Yorkshire tea, is it? Is it? Is it Yorkshire? Must be Yorkshire. My grandma used to make tea nice and strong, like tea that you could stand your spoon up in with just a dash of milk. Best cup of tea ever came from my grandma. My mum and dad, however, They're like, I think they're scared that the milk will change the colour in their tea. They drink really weak. It's kind of on a level with latte. I don't like milky drinks. Well, that's a lie. I like hot chocolate, but like tea and coffee, no. Don't do lattes. That's wrong. Don't do iced coffee. That's wrong. I've drunk hot coffee all my life, and turning into iced coffee just seems so wrong. It's a no. Detecting with Jim, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Treasure Coast Magnet Fishing, thank you for coming in. I'll give you a wrench. We've got some amazing channels in, just feel free to tap on people and go check them out. Sheeple, where's Casters? I bring the good stuff for Casters and there's nowhere in sight. It's just a really strong tea. Just prefer it. Nice strong cuppa char. Yeah, that. You're all right, Nora. Thank you for coming in. How's things? How's things? See, sometimes there was a big bull in there with a cow, but I'm not sure if they belong to that farm or not. They must maybe do, but I've never actually managed to have the horror of bumping into him with leading them down this track. And fudge. Clotted cream fudge is the way to go. I nearly made some fudge one day. Not done it for years. It's a track from a farm. We've just come through the back of a farm. I thought I saw someone coming. Ooh, but I don't think he likes putting the cattle in because that was a homestead just over there. And they planted the probably most toxic tree you can get next to his field that'll kill his cattle. He was telling us about them one day. I can't remember the name of it. Someone with a pooch. I'll hold you to the side. We might be able to hear my little one at school shortly. So, I know. Her birthday is like 2 days before mine. And you can get them in other places. I got this speaker. It's a cube about that big. Squared, cubed. And it has 2 microphones with it. And rather than some karaoke machines, you've got to download apps so you can only choose certain songs, whatnot. This just attaches to anything through Bluetooth. So she's spending her time on YouTube with all the songs off the channels that she likes. She's been singing Christmas songs since July. She's been singing the Proclaimers 500 Miles non-stop for about 4 days now. What else? George Ezra Shotgun. What else? A few. And I didn't know it did it, but if you press on the buttons, it turns your voice either squeaky, it changes your voice, makes you sound like a 90-year-old fella, all sorts. So she's been singing and killing herself laughing with this set. And one of her teachers asked her to take it in. So yeah, it's not exactly quiet for a tiny little device. That speaker's loud. Lots of fun. she'd been naughty. So my daughter's special needs. I think everyone knows that. And this year she's started her GCSEs. And she's got different teachers. Now, the teachers through the GCSEs are a lot stricter, some more than others. She gets a helper in every lesson. But it was Thursday, she was knackered. Her thyroid's playing up. And her English teacher, I think it was last lesson, she wouldn't do her work. She turned her back on them, just refused point blank to do anything. So they gave her an after-school detention. Well, she's never had an after-school detention. And none of the key workers are there after the end of school to go help her. So when the teacher rang me to tell me that she'd gotten, and they usually give break times or dinner time detentions. So when the teacher rang me, he's not got his strap on. Why has he not got a strap on? So we've got one tub. Hello. Yes, I'm talking about you. Oh shit. He's got a face like a bulldog. There you go. Shazza flashed on cam. He's got a face like a bulldog. I pressed the wrong bit. And him. Where is he? Oh, I've gone too far. There's another. 1 ram, 2 rams. Oh God, no, Catherine. I feel like crap. Hence, how many? There's a fair few rams in here. Why is there so many? Oh God, no, definitely not. I'll tell you the crack. I'll message you. I'll get you on Discord and I'll tell you what's going on fully. Yeah, Matt's got the strap on. How rude. So we're coming up to 3. Is it 3 Alsatians? One I know is a bit aggro. So if I squeal, I'm sorry if I'm getting launched. Oh, I must have lost one. I've got a puppy now. Great. Yeah, well, it's the first ever time, and her helpers were kind of a bit miffed, saying like, well, we don't know how she expects this to work. So when she rang, I said, she told me, I was like, yeah, I heard. And I said, how do you expect this to work? Because there's no LSAs. She won't know where she's going. There's no LSA. She won't know where she's going. She's not going to be able to do the work independently. And then she's not going to be able to find a way to meet me at the front doors of the school. So she says, well, but the LSAs, we'll sort something out with them. I thought, no, you won't, because they're not going to do it. And then she said, if needs be, I will go and get her, I'll escort her, and I'll stay with her for her detention. So I thought, ha, 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 ha. You'll sharp get sick of giving detentions, because you've got to do detention as well. So yes. Nessie, how you doing, chick? Nessie, Catherine's filthy. Yes, Catherine is the queen of filth. So, it will probably become a battle of wills between little Bod and her English teacher. And she turned round to a dad the other day, and she was messing on, and she got her pointy finger out and she was wagging at him, and she went, "You've had 2 chances." I thought, I wonder where you've heard that. So yes, she got an after school detention. I'm not sure if any of the other disabled kids have ever had one, to be fair. So yeah. It could be along to last year's of school. But she did a detention last night, which, yeah, she says she did her work, but I've got no idea if she did or she didn't. Because she'll tell me something, and then the school will tell me something different. Yes, 100% filthy. Sat on the filth throne. It's a bit of a tongue twister, filth throne. Get your teeth around that. No, it's the same one, Nessie. Because I couldn't get her to school, because I didn't have a car on Friday, I couldn't get her in. There's no way I can walk her to school and back from school. It's too much for those little legs. So because she wasn't on Friday, she had to do it yesterday. Oh, I wonder if my foal's out. We'll go see my foal. I say mine, she's not, but she's going to be my buddy. I've decided. Yes, she is. Do you know what Catherine said earlier on? She said she'd been in hospital and tomorrow she gets her nipples and her nostrils cut off. Well, that's what I thought she said, but what actually she said was the nipples in her nostrils. But yeah, that was funny. So Catherine's nipples have actually been a topic of conversation. All hail the tree of girth. Here you go, Michael, look at the girth on that. So when you're doing a twirl even, you've not got the chance of knocking yourself out. That's a plus. Oh, hey. Funny as. Right, it's me fall here. She should be. Catherine, actually, what? It's similar to something that you had last year. Or was it the year before? I'll tell you. Uh-oh, I see a closed stable. Is she here? I don't think she's here. My horny little friends are here. But I don't see the baby. She may be keeping her in out the damp. Demi, how are you doing, Demi? How's things, missus? Oh. That sounds like it's going to be fun. So we've got my horny friends, we've got a cock pheasant. Roadrunner, he's off like a shot. Hey up boys, how you doing? Who's going to batter who in celebration that you got someone talking to you? They're gonna. It's their thing. Oh well, we've got a hen as well. Hen pheasant. They've partnered up quick this year. The Bonnie and Clyde of the pheasant world. Hello boys. What you doing? What are you staring at? Hello, boys. Yes, you're going to come give us a butt, aren't you? Hello, boys. So he's headbutting a stalk from a nettle. As you do. Hello, son. Are you wanting to eat nettles? I'm not going to get nettles for you. How rude's he? You going to tell him off? You two? I think it's fair to say they probably killed this cherry tree down here. Ooh, that's handy. StreamYards, naughty StreamYards. Has StreamYard's been hacked? Has someone been tinkering with something they shouldn't be? Demi. Demi saying, I was at hospital yesterday with a bit of a curveball. I'm waiting for a CT scan, which should be fun. Look at it, they've absolutely butchered that tree. Butchered it. Hope it all works out and you're back on top form. What's Gary saying? It wasn't Gary what? Tell Clyde I've told him he's got to give you a big hug. There's some manic laughing behind me, so we shall scoot on. See, there's no fence between me and that road, just this bank. All right, Nessie. And people walking the dogs up here without them on the lead, it terrifies me. I know people have had their dogs hit on that road. Aaron, how you doing? Great live early, Aaron. No, this is a completely new curveball. I need a CT on my kidneys and other bits to do with kidneys. I was in for some tests yesterday and I decided that I need a CT. Yay me. Crap my pants. I thought that was a squirrel. It's two pigeons. Shazzy a whoosh. Wuss. And you as well, Demi. You as well, chick. And yours. And yours. And the local doctor didn't tell me what they told the doctor that I was seeing yesterday. So when they said that they were there to check for something, I was like, what? But, yeah. Yes, you can make the lords and ladies of the realm, the filthy realm of Catherine. Zaxon, good morning. How you doing? Every kind of part of the UK has like their own words for different things, and here it's no exception to the rules. A lot of them I don't even know. Like spectacles, some call them glimmers. Oh, what was the one for windows? Windows was weird as well. Who said that Mick's innocent? Is he? What? Phone went a bit loopy in the dead spot. So you see, that's pretty, isn't it? But autumn makes me sad because everything's dying. And everything's going to be grey for months. 34 seconds. Thank you, Francois. They're all beech trees with a zillion leaves on the ground. I wonder what animal ate that little mouse that I caught the last time. It was green as grass, that one. And here we have a cock hiding behind a nettle. He's a French ringneck and he's very young, he hasn't got his tail in yet. If he had a blue saddle, it's like a slate grey to his blue to his back with his tail on his wings, he would be an American, but he's not, he's French. Learn something new every day. Ah, what are you? So he's different, and I can't remember which breed he is, but he's got the black head, but he's also got a white stripe down either side and a light elbow to his wings. What's she saying? Beth, exactly. Isn't he just? I had one try and come in the garden, which is a really bad idea. And it didn't touch the ground for very long before it was alarming and beating its wings, flying off. Willow was off like a rocket. Smell of garlic. I wonder what's wrong with StreamYards then. Really strange. YouTube does. I am almost there. We're just going to go and see. There we go. Yeah, so the Americans, they've got that really slate blue on the edge of the wing and right over the saddle, down onto the back, between the wings and down to the tail. Ooh, Francois, that sounds good. Hello, ladies. Are you ladies? No, you're not. You're the boy squad. I see. Ooh, they're giving that one a bit of a sniff. Are they all boys? No, they're not. So we'll just keep... Are they? Yeah, we were not going to show 50 Shades of Sheep. Thank you, Steve. Definitely not going to show 50 shades of sheep. Really misty today. Right, I'm just watching where I'm pointing the camera. Who got a fight? Or had a fight? Menage 10. These? Yes. Casters! There you go. I think the older boys are showing the younger boys how it's done. We'll put it that way. How's things, Casters? I'm getting the odd scrap as well. Are you safe to point at? I think so. Should we go with a single? I think that's wise. Oops, why are we blurry? It's just interesting week, we'll put it that way. Steve, those jeans mean by no means whatsoever are you innocent. Not at all. Yeah. 50 Shades of Sheeple. Well, he's a bit confused because that's not a you. You're going to get a bit of a shock if you try mount him. As you do. I don't know if you can see. Can you see all the spiders' webs? Spiders everywhere. Ooh, you know the laughing at her before. I've got like 20 people stood behind me. So we shall just stand here and yeah. Land Rover, lovely to see you. Have a good one. Thank you for coming in. If you don't know Land Rover, so I'll look a bit of a div because they're all stood behind me. Yes, there's more sheep up and behind this bank, and they're all the way down the bottom, but there's not many in. Not really. Tougher and tougher. So I'm not quite sure why they stood behind me, but I'm a little bit scared. Well, not scared, but I'm stood talking. I think I'm mad. I think it's some Asian. I think. She says it quietly, just not to embarrass anyone. Saxon, Catherine's queen of... She is the queen. She's got a very filthy throne. Very filthy. So we'll go that way. Hiya. Anyway. There we go. Yes, incredibly filthy. I'm having to be careful what I say right now. I'll show you why in a minute. I've just had like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 26, 28. Like a busload of walkers with the fancy rucksacks and bobble hats come past. Yes. Louise, how you doing? They're eyeing up the walkers. Do you know what? I would not cry laughing at all through the fence when I went and butted a few. Is that a boy? No, it's a girl. I got it right. 'Tis the season. There was a strange bus stopped at the town. I presume they're from that bus that will wander in the fog. Yes. Good. As you do. Really, Steve, I'll have a look. Because, yeah. It's been a bit of a nightmare, to say the least. Casters, none of them today have had strap-ons. Usually they put the chalk strap-ons on the tups here, but no one's got one. Oh, has he got one? Or is it just his strap? I think he's got a strap-on. Hang on. To prove a point. Don't jump anyone. See him in the middle? If he's not got a strap-on, he had one on. Get out of here. Get out of the way. He's hiding his... But yeah. Ooh, bit scrap. So, that fat white one has just hid the strap-on. You ain't been up. Right, that's another lad. You're not going to get nowhere with that, son. Oh, and he's turned around now, so I can't show you. But yeah, just trust me. Had one. He's had a blue one on. See that line around his belly? So they'll strap on a big piece of like an oily, like pastely chalk on his belly. So when he's being having a nice time with the ladies will have a mark on the back, so they know which tups have covered which ewes, and if they scan them they can know who's doing their job and who's not. There you signals being rubbish. So you lovely lot, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. So bye now.